Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are September 23rd. We're post-eclipse officially. Also, we had the fall equinox for where we are in the world, in the Northern Hemisphere. So a lot going on. And now we're going to talk about everything that it, let's say, transformed into our world. And there's a lot to talk about. Sophie, how are you?
I'm good. I think we're on the other side of the energy, so I'm excited to move out of it. I like eclipses. I kind of like it, just when it's not
when it's not in your sign.
Yeah, yeah. I like for the fact that things are moving forward finally. When you're waiting for things to move forward, I like it. There's good side of it, but I'm happy to be on the other side of it when it's done.
Yeah, but now we're gonna see like all the, let's say, what it is gonna manifest in our 3D world. So that's exciting too. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend and a good eclipse season with positive changes in your life. And just before we start, do make sure you like this video and you subscribe to our channel. This really helps us out into creating some more content for you guys, and also continuing on our YouTube and Rumble journey here. So we're almost at 17,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And do help us to get to the 17, the magical number, the star number. And also, of course, we are simulcasting on Rumble. So if you're watching there, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel also. So, okay, we're going to start. And that is so synchronistic because last week we pulled cards on Tylenol. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had like this huge back pain, and when I went to the drugstore, well, it was more like a corner store, I asked for Advil and didn't have it. So I had the choice between Tylenol and aspirin, and I took Tylenol for some weird reason. But when I got home, I looked at the box and I was like, oh, I had like a weird feeling. So that's why I ask you, Sophie, to pull cards on Tylenol. Well, that was like super random. But now, 1 week later, we have Trump here yesterday with RFK Jr. making a statement that they found a link to autism. And of course, here, this is from the mainstream media, and they're saying without conclusive evidence, of course, because we know that our mainstream media is, let's say, working very closely with a big pharma. But they're saying that like the intake of Tylenol during pregnancy or early childhood could lead to autism. And if I do remember correctly, you had kind of bad cards about Tylenol, Sophie, when you pull cards. Do you remember, or not all? No. Okay. But you said like, this is not so good. And you said it was different from Advil. It wasn't, and it said it lowered your frequency, if I remember correctly. But also you had like other kind of bad cards about it. Was it about entities also? I can't remember.
Well, when you lower frequency, you're at risk of having entities or any other lower frequency things, emotions, thoughts, beings attaching to you. When you have a lower frequency, you're just at risk of having those things coming in your energy field. And it just, what it does is that creates a risk of having more physical problem, emotion problem, and just to spiral down.
Yes, very well said. And here it says in the article that the president said that the FDA was just about to announce that taking acetaminophen, which is the category of Tylenol, and I believe also aspirin is an acetaminophen, can be associated with a very increased risk. So apparently the FDA is about to announce that as well. And of course, we know also that there is another very well-known cause in this community for autism, which is something that they inject babies with, or children. But also, apparently, this is another big cause. And that's very surprising. And also, that's, to me, another very big manifestation of the Virgo Pisces eclipse. So I did say that we were going to have a lot of health announcements because this is a health axis in spirituality. So there is a lot of very big, let's say, turning points, not to make any pun here, but regarding health. So, okay, I'd like to ask the card Sophie here about this announcement. Is there indeed a link between the intake of Tylenol during pregnancy or early childhood and the risk to develop autism, or an increased risk to
And
develop?
of course, we're not doctors.
Of course, it's for entertainment only. Do not take our word for it. We're just witches pulling cards.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. So it says that with time, we're going to discover even more effect on babies and young children. So the first card that we have is child.
Taking Tylenol, you mean?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So we have child and we have pregnancy right there, and we have breakthrough. We do see that it's just the start of this journey, and we do have metamorphosis. So I think that ideas over that substance is going to maybe change. But there is a lot of people who are very strongly opposed to changing their view on this because of how politicized it is and how ego is working. So, of course, if like it's just politicized, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to go in those words, but we do have health and we have the card of loyalty. So there's a lot of people who are going to use how politicized it is right now to try to do a lot of PR on for those medication. Let me just see.
And it's so interesting that you say that, because I just saw like a bunch of articles in the mainstream media and they're all backing Tylenol, saying like, oh, all the doctors are saying that it's still the best way to treat fever during pregnancy, and it's not verified what Trump is saying and RFK Jr. So they're still like in a big PR operation to back Big Pharma on this. And I feel also that we've been told like all through our lives that it's probably one of the most, it's a mild medication we can take and very inoffensive. So now like we're starting to see that the programming that we've received might have been wrong all along, right?
Of course. And that starts very young, that programming. So, okay. So we do see that there is a lot of confusion at the moment when it comes to how to take care of women in pregnancies. It is very important to know with those cards that it represents also the lack of studies done on women for when it comes to health in general, the hormones and everything. And I really doubt that there was a lot of studies done on pregnancies for
And
this.
I'm guessing also like there are very few women pregnant who want to test substances and like put the health of their unborn baby at risk. So I do agree with that 100%.
Well, I think now that it's very politicized, if you're on the opposite team at this point, it's just a team, sport team. So if you're on the opposite team, I think you're going to want to do that. Okay, one more time, one final time. I just want to ask, what is the effect on taking that medication when you are pregnant or for a young child, please? So we have Three of Swords. There is risk. There seems to be risk. Yes, we have the Chariot, the High Priestess. We have Ace of Swords, and we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, interesting. What do you see in those?
Risk for development of the child with the Chariot.
Yeah.
And unknown stuff that you were talking about too with the High Priestess, truths that haven't been found yet. And we're going to hear about it later on, as you said earlier.
They're going to come out. Absolutely. I think it's going to be linked also to lowering the IQ or something like that.
Oh, okay. So it deals with fundamental development. I don't have the right words, but you
Mhm,
guys know what I mean.
mhm.
Okay. And last question on this, like, why is this announcement occurring now? And what's the real reason behind this announcement to be taking place right now?
The Knight of Swords, I think that they are thinking that there was not a lot of development done publicly, and they wanted to have a lot of things uh, like moving. We have the Two of Pentacles.
Like
Yes.
raise awareness regarding like the real dangers and the risks of that medication.
Well, I think it's all medication. I think that it's coming now because there was a big push on, okay, we need to get something in the news. We need to push something so that people knows that we are actively working in that sense. I think that there may have been a long time between the last big announcement and this one. So what we see is that there is a lot of things going on in the background that we're not very much aware of, that are not yet ready to be talked about publicly. So what we see is that for not losing the support of the people who are supporting this side of the politic, there was a need for creating some kind of freedom against big pharma in this and to push something. The timing of it is really tied with trying to gain some freedom at this exact moment and to try to push something so that it's almost like they're trying to get as much as possible in 4 years. But right now, it is a time where something has not been done in a long time, so they're pushed that.
Okay. And I said that was the last question, but I have another one that just popped. What's the worst substance in regards to increased risk in autism? Is it the injections doing on, let's say, newborn babies, or is it the intake of acetaminophen, including Tylenols during pregnancy or early childhood? So which one has the most increased risk of developing autism?
The Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So all the Pentacles for me, this is heavy metals, but also pills. And that's something that I have seen with Tylenol also. So it's strange because it says that there may be something that is very similar in both or have similar effect in both. And we're talking about heavy metals. So I'm not really aware of what is in Tylenol. I did not do my research on that. But what I'm thinking is that we're probably in the future going to walk away from both.
Okay. So both.
Yeah.
Short. Okay, good. Well, not good, but at least we have a little bit more of awareness regarding that. Okay, next question that was sent to me by Tim on the community. So thank you, Tim. And apparently the US Space Force have moved their headquarters to Huntsville, Alabama. So I'm curious to see, like, what is this political decision involving and what's behind it? So let's start with the questions for the cards. What is the true reason for this move? So why did the government decide to move the US Space Force? Like, I'm curious to see, like, are there inner political tensions with decisions regarding ETs maybe, or ET alliances? Is that why they're trying to move the headquarters away, or what kind of...
It talks about how the environment was not the right frequency for what they wanted to do and how they receive. There was a lot of very low frequency around where they were. It said that they needed a place that would be supporting of what they wanted to do.
Okay,
so
interesting.
Eight of Swords reverse. Yeah, it's like to free themselves from a very dark and low frequency This is my card for survival. And we have Eight of Sword reverse. We have the card of the Page of Sword with the card of vacation, the Fool with the fear. So walking away from some very heavy energy. We have the awakening.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just researching to see like where it was before because I wasn't sure. And it says it's located at the Pentagon in Virginia. So they might be wanting to separate from the really dark energy of the Pentagon.
It would make sense. Yes. It's almost I did not ask you details about it because I want to go as blind. So I'm really totally blind here with the question. But we have the awakening. We have Five of Pentacles. So with all of the cards of like heavy emotions and we want to get out of the low frequency. So there is something that requires a very high frequency or at least a freedom from the negative one. So at least a neutral energy to be able to achieve what they're trying to do. And there was a lot of limitation with the law in that area also.
Okay.
So everything is just telling me like they needed to have more freedom, a place to create more, and some things that wanted to be created were not allowed, and they would not be allowed by the law or the frequency.
And does it have to do with also like ET contacts, like having a higher frequency in order to be able to get that going? I don't know.
Absolutely. Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. Yeah. It's like they were not, this is a High Priestess card reverse. So they were not able to have the contacts. They were not able to do plenty of things because of it.
Very interesting. Okay, thank you for that. Next question. So you sent me this one. So apparently our amazing Prime Minister here, Carney, launches a program named Build Canada Homes with an initial $13 billion to build 4,000 housing units on federal land. So first when I read that, I was like, oh, 13 million in my mind. But now it's billions. So here they're doing like a quick math operation. So it means that it's a $3.25 million per housing unit. So what kind of homes are they building?
And before you ask for it, it's not like 4,000 buildings of homes. It says housing units.
Housing units, right. Even for a building, like a 3 million budget, it's like, wow, are you building like a luxury hotel? I don't know.
Well, it's expensive depending on where it is, but
buying, yes, but building, it shouldn't be. And of course, if you have the land, it says federal land. Oh, so wow. The land is already bought. So it's just the construction. So it shouldn't be like that expensive. Well, at least from what I think. But let's ask the cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Carney really bad at math? Or why is he budgeting a few millions per home? Like, what is he trying to build, or what is he trying to achieve with that budget?
Okay, let me get more cards on this. We have the card of ending, victim, scandal, yeah, courthouse, Peter Pan, and boundaries. Okay. He got caught. I don't think he thought he would be caught on this.
So he just announced like a very vague budget and thought like people would not catch him. That it didn't make sense. So he was trying to hide other expenses in that budget, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing too. But we're going to ask the tower with a scandal. Yeah, it's not looking good for you. Courthouse.
What kind of secret budget was he trying to include in that?
Okay, let's see. Five of Swords, so there is extreme vague stuff in it. It talks about immigration. I'm surprised about it.
So was he
I think he was. What is that?
like a training camp for immigrants? Like, I don't know.
No, it's. I think those units are not even for the Canadians. I think it's mainly for the immigration purposes and like other programs. I don't think it's even for Canadians because it's all about immigration. And yeah, all about immigration. The Star, the Three of Cups, the Hangman, the Death card. So a lot of people are going to wake up about him with this.
Okay.
I'm surprised about this too because I thought that people are not looking at that kind of news. But a lot of people are going to wake up because of this. And I think he's going to lose a lot of supporter and a lot of trust from people. This is really bad for him. He got caught.
And like, do you think like it's the coup fatal for his I don't want to say presidency, but let's call it a presidency. Do you think like it is what is going to lead to his demise?
I don't think it's big enough, but the fact that we have Scandal in the Tower, I think that this is not the only space where he has done things like that. So the fact that we do have a lot of light shed on him and the fact that we have trust eroding on this, I think that this is the beginning of the end, and where we're going to see that he is including a lot of money in his things that he's trying to pass as legit, where it's not kosher at all.
Like the carbon tax that he hid. And before getting elected, he said, "Oh no, I'm never going to add that to gas prices." And then here we are having like a hidden carbon tax.
Yeah.
And from one day to another, like here the gas price just went crazy. Okay, well, at least the good news is that it's the beginning of the end for him.
Yes. I don't know what is his deal with immigration. I'm going to take 2 cards.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know what is his deal with immigration, but there's a lot of things in this that he has included in this package that does not belong there.
Yeah. I get that.
Page of Cups, Ace of Cup, 9 of Pentacles. He's trying to have a younger population. Why would he want to have a younger population? Ace of Coin. He's trying to mold it. I think he doesn't align with the values of Canadians, and he's trying to have a younger
to program them like exactly the way that
to groom them very young to the same values that he wants and to mold them. Yeah, very toxic.
Well, it's not gonna work. Okay, I have another question. So I know we have been asking a lot about this timing. Everybody is very let's say excited for not paying any more income tax in the future. Will we stop paying annual income tax on our earnings in 2026?
So that's the first card. But that's the card of the past normally.
Okay.
It doesn't start good.
Okay, so now we're still bound to the government with that. Okay, I'm gonna
It's
put
a
you in a bigger
wonderful
screen.
life.
It's amazing, yeah, paying income tax.
Surrendering. Divine Love and Zorro. Oh, that doesn't look good. Zorro is in this question makes me believe of like, oh, but there's a crisis, so let me save you with just, if you just continue to pay for this once, let me save you.
Or could it be like a rebel?
I don't see it this way with the surrendering, but we'll see with the second row.
Or at least like maybe not the end, but like at least something that's changing in our benefit, right?
Yeah. Okay, no. So Nine of Cups with the card of It's a Wonderful Life. What is this about? We have the Sun. So I think the money is going down for a moment, and then in 2026 we're going to see the economy getting better. So I think that this is, and I'm surprised to see this, honestly, because I thought it would be longer. But I think that when it comes to personal income, we're going to see more money for people. I would say more the second part or the end of the 2026. When it comes to paying income tax, we have the Death card and Surrender. So I'm going to see what is this about.
You know what? Like I did pull cards myself before the show, and I had like a similar card. So that's why also I decided to ask you the question to see what you were going to come up with.
We have Eight of Wands with this. So I think there's going to be conversation about how can we make it better for families and how can we make it better for people because of the economy that we just went through. I think there will be talk about this. We have Ace of Swords with Divine Love. And on the card of Beyond the Divine Love, it says, I will love you until the end of time. So I think that we have people trying to say we are going to pay for what program we believe in, depending on where you are in the world, of course. But we want to open the conversation on we have the difficulties with payment of the house or the food, or the prices are too high for everything. And what I see next is interference, stagnation, and wealth. I think that it's not going to happen in 2026 for the not paying. We have wealth with interference and stagnation. So that is, for me, the riches that doesn't want to lose their, of course, their resources. But I think that the population is going to put enough pressure to want and demand change on how the system is working. And that is a global thing. I think it's going to be an energy shift on. We went through a tough period economically. We need to be able to feed ourselves, and it's not normal to work full time and not having easy time to eat and to have shelter.
Okay, so a beginning of a change in 2026 to have a better situation overall, but not the end 100%. Okay. I'd like to ask you, and I forgot to put the first category, but we were talking about politics. Now we're going to switch to the Earth and the stars. And at the same time as we were having the equinox on the 22nd, we had Mars enter its home sign of Scorpio. So that's a lot of power there. You did talk about it last week. And also it's making a square to Pluto, the ruler, the other ruler, the modern ruler of Scorpio. So there's a lot of, let's say, tension, also passion, potential conflicts with this energy that we're feeling for, let's say, this week. And I'd like to ask the cards, what will be the result of this high tension between Mars and Pluto, both being the rulers of Scorpio and being, let's say, in a square position, so a very high friction. So what's going to be the result of this?
And that's for how long?
Let's say a week.
Okay, good. That's enough.
So this week. But it can also be positive. Like we can use this energy to really be focused. The energy of Scorpio is to be like laser focused on something, to be passionate about something, to be extra driven. But also it's a square. So there's potential conflict too. So let's see with the cards.
So we have work.
Okay, interesting.
We have recognition. We have lover, comeback, devotion. We have the Aquarius energies of rebel. We have the tower, and we have endings. So a big shift in your career. That's the first thing. If you no longer work, it may be on your mission or any task that you set your mind to do. So if you had a big to-do list that you're always pushing and pushing, but you know you have to do it, it could be talking about this. it could be in your personal life as well as your professional life, or it could be both. But what I'm seeing here is that you talked about focus and having this Virgo energy of work. It says occupation, labor, and effort, with devotion and the Tower. And I think that there is a big emphasis on your North Node, on your mission, on your goal in life, and to push forward, breakthrough in what you're meant to be doing. So we have Two of Cups, the Chariot, Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and that's the only negative so far. And Four of Pentacles is with the card of Aquarius, the rebel energy.
Pluto's in Aquarius right now, so yeah.
Six of Cups and Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is with the card of ending. So accelerating an ending of anything that is not meant to be, or anything that is blocking your way to achieve your best mission. And I feel it's going to be ruthless. I feel it's going to be very much just your guides, your energy, your destiny deciding now to push away everything that is in the way of personal achievement, your dreams. But it's more than dreams. It's more something you have planned to achieve in this lifetime before your incarnation. So again, more mission and work oriented. But again, if you had things that you always wanted to do, but that you didn't do, it's less pleasure in travel. It's more like I need to redo the house, or I need to take this training, or I need to finish my diploma, or I need to change my career. I always wanted to be my own boss, or I want to have my promotion, that kind of energy.
I was smiling the whole time because this makes absolute sense with the next question that I was going to ask. And also with the astrology. Okay, so I'm just going to explain what's going through my brain right now. So I've been talking a lot about the eclipses in the Virgo Pisces axis that began, the nodes of the moon shifted into the Virgo Pisces axis at the beginning of this year of 2025. And they're still going to be in that axis of signs until mid 2026. And while it occurs, we also have eclipses in Virgo and Pisces for the most part. So that means in Virgo and Pisces are a lot about how can you be in service, are a lot about work, about life mission. So that's why we've been talking so much about the importance of getting on your path, on your life mission journey. And my next question was going to be about, and I'm going to hide that so you just can see. So this is one of a lot of the very many videos that I've seen on the topic of people losing their jobs. And also to me, it has like a direct correlation with the eclipse in Virgo that we just had. Because it was a South Node eclipse, which means that a lot of people were losing their job. Virgo's work is what you do on a daily basis. So I did talk about how it was a possibility that some people could have lost their job. And also we were talking about this square with Pluto that is in Aquarius, the sign of AI. And in this video, they're talking about the direct link between those people losing their job and AI and AI taking a bigger place in a lot of, let's say, industries. And this very big tendency that AI is replacing people in many of the areas where, let's say 5 years ago, they did say, oh, this is the future, go into computer programming. And now all those computer engineers are losing their job in big tech because they're being replaced by AI. But all of that to say that, to me, it's a very interesting phenomenon because it's kind of the universe's way to push people out of big corporation in order to get to their own journey, what they're here to share as souls, as light workers, as having like their own magic, their own light. So that's super interesting, but also sad, of course, for a lot of people, because a lot of people are losing their security, their financial security. But it's like, as you said, ruthless.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, it's like the universe is like, no, like you've been taking too long because you value too much this fake sense of security, which doesn't allow you to express what you decided before incarnating that you were going to do in this lifetime.
And we went through this, me and Julie. We went through that process. Also, we had 9-to-5 jobs. We were trying to stay secure and safe, and to just say, no, it's all in our head. We're not like magical or anything. And I did 5 burnouts before I understood what really happened to me. And I had a very scary health scare with that. But at some point, you have to say, okay, so what do I have to get out of this? And where am I supposed to go?
Yeah. So this is such a big topic. I feel like we could do a whole video for that. But in this video, yeah, they're talking about like how so many people are getting laid off right now, or around these dates. And this is mass announcements in big corporations. So there are a lot of, like, he put a lot of people in this video that are also talking about their own experience and about AI and about like the big numbers. And even there's a girl here that's saying that she got laid off by AI. Like, it's an AI person, quote unquote, that invited them to a, let's say, a Zoom meeting. So they're like 100 or 1,000 in that meeting. And they're saying, okay, hi, thank you for being here. So unfortunately, you're going to lose your job. So, and I can't find like where it is in the video, but it's mind-blowing what is happening. And Virgo is the sign of employment. Pisces is the sign of unemployment. So having those eclipses, we knew right away that there was going to be big changes, and also fueled by this, let's say, tendency by the universe to want to push you on what you're supposed to share with the world, not what gives you this fake sense of security, which I know is not easy, and it's not the same. No, not everybody is meant to read tarot cards and do astrology. I get that. But you should be able to express what you came here to do as a soul in some kind of way. So let's ask the cards. What is the underlying spiritual reason for this big job crisis that we're having at the moment?
Okay.
So the underlying spiritual reason for this big job crisis.
The card that flipped is the card that says design living, and that's my card for living your life your own way and create your own type of life. So that's the kind of, if you know the energies of the signs, this is my kind of Aquarius way of living and getting out of the 9-to-5 and things like that. So interesting. We have manipulation, or we have war. We have ET.
Whoa.
We have guardians, and the last card is winter. All right. What is this about?
You know, when I see like the manipulation with the big hand and ET, to me, I'm talking about like the big dark ET overlords that are controlling this, let's say, planetary slavery, where we have to make a living by going in the 9-to-5 job that is slowly killing our souls and preventing us from like really shining our magic and our light.
Exactly. That they don't need us. They're preparing that kind of, they don't need us anymore because they have more AI.
Which is great in one way, because it, let's say, moves all the people who were doing repetitive jobs to be creators again of their own reality, in the way that I view it, at least.
Yeah. So so the first line is the oracle, and the oracles are pretty dark, as you could see. There is some good cards as those two, of course, finding what you really want to do in life. But I feel like it's very, very scary. That's why we tried to prep everybody in the beginning of the year when we saw those energies coming up, because it's so much more easy to find your mission when you still have security and you're able to just move out gradually out of it. But I'm seeing that Yes, exactly. So with the manipulation, the war, and the ED, and like the guardians and the winter, it starts to slow down on human population and what they need from us. So the need of us is less important for them. We're not saying that they're winning. We're not saying that this is how it will go,
Yeah.
but we're seeing that this is the goal of the deeper state of the energies that are controlling here. Then what we have from the tarot card, I feel it's the bigger sense from our point of view of incarnation at this time. So we have the Three of Pentacles, which is community, which is finding your mentor, which is working on your gifts. We have the Hang Teddy, which is the Hangman. So this is enlightenment and
To pause, to find like a deeper sense in existence, right?
yeah, the fact that we have the back and not the face means that you may go without being willing in that enlightenment journey. But as the hangman is, yeah, you have the choice of staying very uncomfortable there or choosing to change your perspective towards enlightenment.
And to be like not victimize yourself as being like, oh my God, I got laid off, like I'm such a victim, and like take this energy and create like the life that you want to create for yourself, maybe.
Yeah, and we know it's not easy.
No, it's
Ace
really
of
not.
Pentacle.
Especially when you're like at the last, let's say, as you said, like let's say you didn't prepare for it because you thought you were going to have this job all your life.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
Yeah, I think we have all been there. Nine of Cups, the high. I will explain what it means. The Fool and the Page of Swords. So you're supposed to use that time to really invest. Ace of Pentacles. Invest in what is really making you happy. The Hierophant for me is there is a side of the Hierophant card that is about finding your place in the world. And I think that's what it is in that case. It's where is your place in the world? What are you meant to be doing in this society? And then we have the Fool and the Page of Swords. So to be curious again, could be reading a lot, could be talking a lot with people, could be researching a lot, doing training, whatever you are looking for. But to be willing of letting go of the past because it's no longer there. And when it's an eclipse, it's the past is also burning that bridge, so you're not able to come back at all with.
and to me, like the Hierophant is also like finding a sense of purpose, almost on a spiritual level. It's not just like doing something because you're good at it or you like it. It's like, how can you feel like you can best serve or bring value to the world and find that sense of purpose? Okay, lastly, what are the areas where there will be more job creations in the near future? I like your face. Oh my God. Okay, let's see.
Okay, that was a
okay, yeah, they're like, yeah, let's get out of the matrix. All to get, oh wow.
Oh my God. I don't know if you know, but I have like yeah.
It's the first time that I hear the train like so loud in the background.
Oh, it's super loud here. Yeah.
No, it's
but
the first time that I hear it that much.
look at this.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for those of you who are new or you don't know how I read past to future. So first card is past and then it evolves. It tells a story. And then we have Matrix, which was surprising for me, but it makes sense because it's the first card, so towards the past. Then we have change and light worker. How can that be? I know how it can be, but I mean, this is incredible.
This is like very clear as day as a reading. So it's like being able to shine your light, to add value, to help the collective shift, to free yourself from structures and control systems, the matrix.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it says the change card has words. I'm just going to read them, and there's a few words on the light worker also. So this one is okay. I never read those cards, so I like it. Do you have this one, Julie?
I don't.
You don't have this deck. Okay. So there's a few words right there. I never read this. It says they're killing machines designed for wanting, search, and destroy. Interesting. The change card says development, relocation, blessing in disguise. So we really are going to see maybe people moving to really change energies, to maybe join forces with others who are aligned with their purpose and teaching them in groups. That's another side of Aquarius also. Yes, independence, but also little, how would you call that, communities?
Mm-hmm.
And the light workers say, I will bring love and light into your life. So of course, like Julie said, we're not all meant to be doing tarot, and that's okay. But you are going to find what is bringing value to your life and others in a way that makes you really happy.
And unique, because you came here with a specific gift to share with humanity and to help the awakening and the transformation through the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
And with that, we have a very, let's say, synchronistic announcement to make. Because Sophie, you created a workshop and we just launched yesterday this amazing workshop, which also we've been guided to offer to you guys at this very specific time, because it was going to also break all the links to the old matrix, right? So do you want to explain what you created?
Yes. So first of all, we pull cards on what courses to do and when. So this time around, I just trusted the universe, and we received that message that it was needed at this time. And I created it with a lot of research. I did a lot of training for you guys. So this is a course that, yes, has the name of cord cutting, purification, and protection. But what it is, in fact, is to give back to all of you light workers and you empaths. So lots of you watching this are feeling like you are empath. You're affected by the energies of others or energy of the places you're going to. Lots of you are extremely sensitive to energies that are not tangibles. And that is extremely draining. But the problem with that is that a lot of you are going to have either a personality of giving, and not giving to yourself, not taking care of yourself. And also you may have jobs or people around you that are also taking from you. So this course is to how to stay strong, how to remove also blockages for you, how to stay strong in this, and how to protect yourself in a way that you're able to go in your mission, in a way that you're able to empower yourself, in a way that you're able to finish your day and not be completely drained because of what you're giving to others. So it's a little gift to yourself to preserve yourself, to be able to do more. When we are working with energies, when we are light workers or empath, we have a life expectancy that is less than others because it's draining our energy. And this is something that is going to help you to just maintain a higher life quality and at the same time as being more in your mission, because you have the energy to put in your project and in yourself. And the last thing that I would like to say with this is that it's the perfect gift to yourself, but it's also the perfect gift to unblock yourself to go in your mission. Because if you're drained, it's tough to see what really you're meant to be doing, because your guides are going to say you're not ready, you're exhausted already. We're not going to ask you to heal 20 people or 200 people because you're already drained.
That's such a good point. And sometimes like the most, let's say, smallest thing that we do in order to preserve our energy or to give love to ourselves and to protect that is like the most important. Because as you're saying, like if you don't have energy, like why is the universe going to put you on a mission to help heal the world or other people, right? So do join Sophie in this beautiful workshop. The videos are already available. There is a lot of documentation, downloadable notes here, a beautiful course, workshop rather, that Sophie created. And we have a special 50% discount that is just for the launch. So do take advantage of that with the code PROTECT, and that will be for a limited time only, so until October 5th. The link is down below. Do join us over there. So with that said, we're going to go into mysteries for a little bit, because I have some interesting questions from the community that I'd like to share. Where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, this one. So I have a question from Irma from the community, and she's asking, there is a theory that wearing bras closes your heart chakra. What is the effect and purpose of bras? And let's ask energetically speaking. And I took this picture because they were showing the heart chakra. And this is a sports bra, I'm aware. But let's ask for bras in general. So what is the effect and purpose of bras energetically speaking?
Ooh. Okay. My God. And there's one on the floor. Let's see if that's the same energy. Okay. I'm going to show the picture, and then I will take a few cards of tarot, and then I will explain. So we have whip, which is quarrel, tension, animosity. So discipline, a little bit of Saturn energy right there. We have bound, born yesterday, and we have mute.
It's like a big restriction.
It's like a restriction on the woman. It's like to cut the power. Oh, we are powered by the heart and the crown chakra. Okay, let's see cards. Let's use another deck. I don't have all of my decks yet. I'm missing that. Six of Wands, Page of Pentacle. All right, cards on the floor everywhere. Four of Wands and Nine of Cups and 10 of Swords. Yeah, so it's to limit the woman. So I was not aware of that at all, but it makes sense knowing like pockets apparently were removed because of witches apparently, and like heels were so that women would not be able to walk fast, and there's tons of things like that.
What's the link with pockets?
I'm not sure if it's true. I heard, let us know in the comments if you can debunk that, please. I heard that it's because witches were hiding stuff in their pockets. So we didn't want, because it's just a woman that has rarely pockets. All the women are excited when there's pockets in their skirt or anything.
Yeah, because we store like a bunch of, it's like having a big purse.
Yeah, but like
all your medicine and your crystals and everything.
It doesn't make sense that we don't have pockets because we're the one carrying the purse. But we don't have pockets, or they're extremely small if we have them, or they're glued together and they're fake. Anyway, that's another question. But it's to block the energy of the woman completely. It's the heart chakra for sure, but it has effects.
That's also why I'm guessing like they burned the bras in the 60s and the 70s. And I know like what some of you are thinking right now. They're like, okay, it's easy when you have like, let's say a smaller chest, but if you have bigger boobs, excuse my French, I am also aware that sometimes it might be a necessity.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, for those women who are have, like, say, a larger bust, what would be the ideal solution for them?
Well, we're not saying that bras are the devil. We're just saying that the bras who are created right now are affecting, it says the milk, are affecting the heart chakra and affecting the brain. How could that be affecting the brain? It affects the brain. So right now, let me just see if it's just because it's too, if it's too tight or something. Let me see why. What part is negative? Three of Swords and the Page of Wands. We're supposed to not have something that tight to our chest. We're not supposed to have it.
Maybe look for more, like, say, natural fibers or something that is less constricting. I know wires are also pretty constricting, but depending on your situation, and I get it's gonna vary for everybody.
Yeah, there is something with the heart chakra, yes, with multiple effects, but also I want to say that it's not just the heart chakra. The breast are in medical intuitive. The breasts are linked with the uterus. They are the same. pretty much the same. They represent how we nourish ourselves or not nourish ourselves. So if we are cutting the blood flow to our heart chakra and also the breast, it has a big impact physically, but also emotionally and energetically on all of the body, and how women are also treating themselves.
Wow. And so I guess for women who have to wear bras, like they can also pause during the day or like take some time to remove them and have the circulation flow again.
Yeah.
And yeah, even
We need to have-
massage and like have the flow of energy go back.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. And for our last one, we're going to answer Angeline's question on the community. So she's asking about the housewarming. She's asking, what is the significance or benefit to having a housewarming party, if any? So do you want to ask the question, like, what's the energy of the housewarming party? And I took a random housewarming invitation.
Good.
I don't know Jenny and Oscar.
I think it's very positive. I'm getting the Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, Two of Wands, the World, and the Hermit. I think it's very positive because after every card of like heartache, we get a positive card. And okay,
So
that
change the energy from the previous owners, maybe?
change the energy also from the grief of changing places. If you had an attachment to the place, I think it helps you to detach from the previous attachment to the place, and also to celebrate your new location and your choice of life. There is an importance on choice of life with the Hermit and the Two of Wands. I think this is very good that it hasn't been hijacked. Yay. So it's very positive. There's multiple things. So first of all, to change that grief into a celebration. Second of all, if you bring people, not anymore, I think, but before, I think you had like neighbors with the pie, in the old movies. So it helps you to create a sense of a community, and helps you to connect with the people around. It should be brought back, honestly.
I still have that here because I live in the country now. So my neighbor came with fresh donuts.
That's so cute.
Yeah. She's amazing.
So yeah, we should have that. I think it's because I never really had that kind of neighbors, but like for me, I would just throw it out thinking that they, how like in Halloween when we had to search our candies for like bad stuff in it, I would not have trust in strangers, but I would appreciate the gesture. So yeah, I think there's a very positive effect in this. But don't forget to sage the place. That's very, very clear through those cards. Don't forget to...
Before and after the housewarming, I'm guessing.
Before, yes. After, it's good because like everybody that is coming in is going to leave an imprint. But before you move in, try to remove the energy of the place. Do a deep cleaning of the place.
Open the doors if you can, the windows, the stage, move the energy around.
Wash the wall, everything.
Yeah, I agree. But then it's going to infuse love and this feeling of like the people you love, community. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And do make sure you like this video. If you listen until now, thank you for still being here. We really appreciate you guys. And this is our schedule for this week. So yesterday, the classes are already available since yesterday. Yes, this is what I wanted to say. On the Maison Jupiter Academy, so the cord cutting, purification, and protection workshop is already available. So if you'd like to binge watch it, this is the perfect time to do it. And as we're approaching also navigating the underworld with the fall season here in the Northern Hemisphere. And we're going to, next season is going to be Scorpio season. So it's also perfect for that as well. And so this is the 5D news. Tomorrow, we're going to release the October predictions for all the 12 zodiac signs. So do check that one. And that's, of course, super interesting. And if your birthday is in your month of October, do make sure you are subscribed to our free community. The link will be down below as well. And we have a giveaway every month for the people celebrating their birthday and winning either a consultation with Sophie or a workshop, depending on every month. So this will be up probably tomorrow. So do check the community out for this post. And Thursday, we're going to have the amazing Pick a Card by Sophie. So thank you, Sophie, for the amazing readings. Thank you, everybody, for watching us and being here and supporting this channel. And lastly, I forgot, but if you'd like to book with this amazing oracle, this is your chance to do it. She's quite busy these days, but there's still a couple of spaces left. Either to receive your pre-recorded video with answering your own questions. This is a 30-minute pre-recording tarot reading, or if you prefer a live reading with Sophie, either the tarot reading or the past lives, don't forget to enter Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off. And the link is also down below to book with Sophie. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you tomorrow. So until tomorrow, bye.